Live.
Yep, you're live.
So I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, I'm looking like Donna Summer. Last chance, last dance for love.
Oh, look at you, Chris. You don't have a black background anymore.
Oh, you like a whole nother brother.
You sure do.
Since you're
Chris looking like a whole nother brother. That's why I know he's black, because he can change the
Oh, excuse me.
Pardon me. Sorry, I just gotta sit right here. Coca, don't mind me. Oh,
I look like a little sheepdog over here. I look like Shaggy.
You know, these are heavier than you'd think. You know, so these are heavier than you'd think.
Hey, Arena, thank you for coming in. Everybody, please let me.
We had some technical difficulties, y'all.
Is it? It's not showing it. Is it live on Hey Auntie? Oh, it's on Hey Auntie. Okay, so you do it on Cocoa Brown One Funny Mama. Okay.
Oh yeah, somebody says we see you.
Lord, that thing won't stop playing. Okay, so let's do it again. I'm like Shaggy the dog right now. Lord, I gotta tone this wig down, child. Shit. I'm out here, honey. I'm giving you. I don't want no money.
I kind of like this though. That's cool.
Yeah, I like this too. I like to make scoot over some. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's get it in. Let's get it in, y'all. Welcome, y'all. We gotta get everybody. Everybody, head over to StreamYard. Is it?
Yeah.
You go to my YouTube channel right now. Go to the YouTube channel, the Cocoa Brown. What is it? What's the link?
The Cocoa Brown. The link is in the bio, you guys.
The link is in the bio. Head on over here. Come on over.
Is it on YouTube? Where is it?
Having trouble streaming to Instagram. If you ended it, this is the record, not attention. So I need to start again. So I need to do it again.
Well, you live on your page.
Yeah, but it's saying it won't connect. So I need to stop
so they're
this.
seeing us on YouTube. Okay.
So stop, then and start over. So out of this.
So this your personal page?
Yeah.
So you want the stream to be your personal page?
Yeah, but it won't. Oh, never mind. So we'll keep it on here. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Okay, wait. Let's start over. Okay, so we'll start again on here, and we'll just hold the phone so we can say it. But you need to come over. Y'all come over. Y'all come over. Hey, y'all, come on over.
Where are you going? Where are they?
Let me see. Shoot, I had it up. What's the link? It's on the Hey Auntie. Go. Oh, I just want to go over to the Hey Auntie podcast.
Yeah, if you go to.
Okay, wait.
I'm happy. I don't have a delay.
Okay, hold on 1 second. So, all right.
Look at back, Chris.
How do you do the little title and stuff? Details. Okay.
Hey, that's all right. We'll work it out. We'll get it straight, y'all.
The place is sabotage.
Dang, Chris, if your looks could kill, good God.
That's embarrassing. This is on me or the internet in St. Louis, but for all intents and purposes, on me. This one's my bad.
Yep, that's every time I think you white. Every time I think white boy Chris is white, he does something else. He is not. He is not. He is one of us. Yes.
He's getting bad. He's getting gangster look now. He's Suge White now.
To get myself in this camera better. Okay. All right. Why do I seem so short? Y'all look all tall. I'm like down here and shit.
Girl, slide that peanut head up.
I'll head over to Hey Auntie, the page. Go follow us. We're going live on the podcast right now. You guys head over there and you can watch the live stream right now, or you can go to YouTube to my page, which is in the link in my bio. We had some technical difficulties with YouTube today, so we're doing the podcast via StreamYard. So head over and follow and you guys can see the live stream of the podcast while we're doing it. Okay. All right. We had a little, so we're going to do this right now. So you guys head over there. If you want to stay here, fine. Or you can, because you're only going to see me. You're not going to see, you can see me in my Donna Summer hair. You're not going to see everybody else. Last chance.
Hey, shout out to Genesis for stepping up also.
Yes.
Yes.
For my nephew.
Yes, Genesis.
Hold on.
Oh, Lord Jesus. The boy knees ain't good. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Okay. Y'all, welcome to the We Had to Flip It, Switch It, and Reverse It.
Yep.
Hey, Auntie podcast, but that's what we do, honey. We work it out. We work it out. We a little late, but that's all right, honey. It's better late than never. How about that? How are you doing, Miss Gilliard?
I am wonderful, Coca. I am fine.
Yeah, we were supposed to have your husband on, honey, but we the technical difficulties, but he'll be back on because he ain't going nowhere. She got one of them husbands that ain't got no Nikes. He can't run. Yeah, they only make 7 of them, y'all, and we all fighting for them. We playing rock, paper, scissors in a bathroom right now, and them last 7 that ain't track stars.
Yeah, he had to go teach. He's busy.
Yeah. So make sure y'all head over, man, to Hey Auntie Podcast. PC, it's right there. Make sure y'all follow so I can watch the live stream live. Okay, so head on over there, y'all follow and work it out. So what's been going on with you, girl? What's been going on with you, Auntie?
Oh, girl, having a moment with just doing a whole bunch. I mean, there's some exciting stuff going on. You want me to give you a couple updates? Give me a couple updates. Okay, so Carl and I did the voice to Bill Duke. Has an animation called The Journey. And
I saw him on Fox 5 this morning.
Yes, it is so good. We did this. Did we do this a couple years ago?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been a while. And so now we're going to have the premiere here in Atlanta at the Tara Theater. And it's going to be this weekend, this Friday and Sunday. And they're screening Sister Act 2 because he directed that. Yes,
he did. Shout out to Bill Duke.
And I'm so proud of him. He's a dear friend, but that animation is really good. Everybody should try to see that. It's really good. He's very poignant, with the way he writes and he explains things.
Oh, absolutely. I can imagine.
It's pretty deep.
Proud graduate of the Bill Duke Actor Intensive.
Yeah.
We got some pieces in there called Gilliard, Joseph Alvarez, Taraji P. Henson, Anthony Anderson, Terrence Howard. Yes, honey, I come from a long lineage of Black folks.
Yes.
Boo-boo.
Y'all were up in there.
Yes.
Y'all were up in there.
Yes, we were, honey. And I'm telling you, man, I was, I'm telling you, it's like I lean on those jewels and gems I got in that class every time I'm on a set.
Yeah,
it's like it never leaves you. It's there, the tutelage that man gave, man. So shout out to Bill Duke, legend.
Yeah, you have to give people their flowers while they yet live.
Yes, every time I see him, I just thank him because he put something in me that he was like, you more than just funny. Let them see that.
Okay, Bill. All right.
Don't you let them put you in a box. You're more than funny. Oh
my gosh. I wish he could hear this.
I'll never forget that. He told me that in class. He said, stop leaning on that funny. You better than that.
You sound like him on a Terminator.
Right.
No, Predator.
Right. He was in my ear, and I swear I felt like he was going to say, you fucked up, right? He was in my ear after I did a monologue. He said, stop leaning on that funny.
Girl.
He about to tell me I screwed up, but I'm just, it never baffles me sometimes, Latonya, when I realize who I've been able to sit at the feet of in this business and learn from. I will never say I know everything. I will never be that person that thinks I've learned everything that it has to be
forever
learned.
A student.
Forever a student. And it's like, even when I run into him at like restaurants or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we end up having a conversation, and I'm like this.
I know,
I'm like,
right?
I'm watching his mouth, like I don't want to miss anything he says.
Yeah.
And it's like to know that I grew up on this man and has watched this man's evolution from Abdullah in Car Wash to the great director and everything he is now, and to know that I got taught by him and continues to be taught by him anytime I'm in his presence, baby, I be feeling blessed.
Yeah. No, you should. I mean, he's a living legend.
Absolutely,
An
absolutely.
icon, and we definitely need to give him his props.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, it's so funny today. I felt like that meme today when he was like, "Oh my God, I almost died! I almost died!"
Yeah, what happened, girl?
So, people, one, take care of yourselves. If your body is telling you something, listen. I've been feeling off for like the last week, where it wasn't just I'm tired; it was something else. And today, after I left the gym, I went to get a nail fixed and get a pedicure, and I passed out in the chair. They thought I was asleep, and I was passed out. And when they brought me to, you know, I was done, and they were getting ready to call 911. They were freaked out, and they was like, "We couldn't wake you up." And I said, oh my God, you know, so I got myself together, drank some water, you know, whatever. And I went, you know, right to the doctor, and I said, something ain't right. And thank you, Jesus, it pays to be me. Because they was like, Coco, what's going on? Because they take walk-ins, but they ain't even send me in the room. And they tested my blood sugar because I'm a diabetic, and they thought my blood sugar had dropped. Girl, my blood pressure had dropped, and I was having a low iron reaction.
Did your blood sugar drop too?
No, that's the thing. The blood sugar was fine. It was normal.
Wow.
It was low iron, and I guess from the iron, the blood pressure dropped. Because my blood pressure was like 111 over 80.
Wow.
And that's stupid low. That's stupid low. And I was like, oh my God, you know. So I, you know, got some iron and you know, got myself together, but I feel much better now. But it's like now I'm like, okay, all this working out that you're trying to do, and you know, which is great that you know I'm getting my body, you know, getting myself together, but it's a whole thing. And I can't lie, Latonya, you popped in my head, and I said, Auntie Latonya gonna fuss at me because she said you can't just work out, you got to eat right. You got to do that. She's gonna fuss at me. I'm all in the gym this morning. Like,
Did you work out on an empty stomach? See, I'm telling you something. You shouldn't be doing that.
I had a cup of coffee.
Oh, that's the worst. Oh my God, that's the worst thing you can do. Coffee is not a meal.
I know.
If you want to get I can understand if you want to get in fat burning mode. Everybody's like work out first thing, but
and that's what I do. I go right after my son goes to school, which is like 7:30 in the morning.
But if you take any medications in the morning, you need to eat something. If it ain't
I did. I took all my little meds this morning.
No, you need to have something.
And it's funny because, you know, I took my Manjaro this morning because I take my Manjaro shot on Tuesdays. And, you know, I know, Latonya, don't look at me like that. Okay, just don't do
Girl,
that.
I'm going to have to.
And I thought maybe my blood sugar had dropped, but they said I was having low iron and my blood pressure had dropped. And it's like, I was like, I almost died, you know, but I feel much better now, but I know now that I have to be on iron supplements and, you know, or whatever. But I would have bought a bunch of high iron foods.
Have a little bit of protein.
Well, that's what I did. Janice to tell you, we went to the grocery store and I Googled high protein foods.
Yeah.
And I went and bought a bunch of stuff, you know, because I was like, well, I don't want to pump any more pills into me.
No.
You know, I don't, because I mean, I've gotten off the diabetes pills, you know, and I've gotten off the cholesterol pills, you know, and it's like, I don't want to start pumping other pills into me. So I said, I'm just going to have to eat. And it's funny because my doctor keeps telling me he wants me to try plant-based, but girl, I don't want to eat trees and leaves and stuff. I don't want to eat meat.
Okay. I was going to say, do you eat beef? Can you tolerate beef?
I do. And the thing is, I wasn't eating it as much because I was, you know, for fear of, you know, heart issues and stuff like that. But, you know, there was like lean meats.
You need some grass-fed beef.
Right. Yeah.
Some grass-fed beef because that has so many nutrients. So many. Like if you just get grass-fed, like ground beef, if you compare it to the other ground beef that they have, like in the store, it is much deeper and richer in color.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Because the cows eat what they're supposed to eat, grass.
Yeah, and it's more expensive, but that's what I've been doing.
Up with a whole bunch of chemicals and a whole bunch of crap. That's why chicken is so highly inflammatory because
I see you eating white boy Chris.
They really shoot those chickens up. What would you say?
White boy Chris over there eating a whole chocolate bar while we talking about health.
Well,
it's Christopher.
Okay, if it's 73% dark chocolate, Chris, you're good.
But that's what I'm saying. Dark, and I like dark chocolate. Girl, I went and bought. They said sardines are good for iron, oysters. So
What
you see.
Oh no, bar. Cookies and cream.
No. You want to hear that? You want to read the stats?
What's that?
Zero sugar. 20 grams of protein. 75 milligrams of sodium. These are incredible.
What's the sweetener? If it doesn't have sugar, it's got to have a sweetener in it.
Is it stevia? What's your sugar? What's your sweetener?
Hold on. Where does it say? Oh yeah. No, there's something flying around here.
I said, wait, Chris.
200 calories. All right, wait, hang on. Here we go.
Okay.
Manufactured facility. Hang on, I'm looking. You're gonna hate it.
What?
There's sunflower oil. I didn't realize that. Unsweetened chocolate, tapioca starch, cocoa processed with alkali, sunflower.
Oh, where'd you go?
We lost him. What happened? Did we hit a button?
Did I do that? Chris.
Did I do that? I'm sorry. Did I do that? See.
I'm not in control. Jesus, take the wheel.
I told you he black. Y'all be thinking I'm lying. Okay.
No, these things are.
Jesus, take the wheel.
But you never got to the sweetener.
It's a cocoa powder. Sucralose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a yeah.
That's isn't
that what's in like Equal and Sweet and Low and all that?
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Aspartame. That's aspartame. But sucralose, aspartame, all those oses.
Yeah. Thank y'all for doing this, man.
They're gonna spice.
Unsweetened chocolate.
Okay, well, unsweetened chocolate, but
see this podcast live, guys. Head over to Hey Auntie PC.
Everybody.
Yeah. So I think everybody's on my live. So
I think Hey Auntie politically correct every time I hear that.
Oh,
Hey Auntie politically correct.
I'm just trying not to get canceled. Okay, I've been down that road and it's not fun. I've been down that road. It's not fun to get canceled, especially when you didn't do nothing wrong.
Hey Auntie politically correct.
Right. Which we're not. No. We've got our favorite nephew in the house, and he's got some stuff today. We're gonna get him in here with the questions. Where you going, baby?
Where's Sinjin?
Oh, we're gonna add him right now. He's okay. We're gonna add our favorite nephew in here because he said he got some stuff going on, and he always like to ask Auntie, "Hey, baby."
Hey, Auntie.
Hey, Sinjin.
Hey, Auntie Latonya.
Hey,
Auntie Coco.
Hey, baby.
Hey, everybody out there in the world. We had a crazy weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of debates and things going on.
Okay, well, can you fill us in? Because we the aunties, honey. You are ear to the streets, honey. The young.
So I like to call this segment questions of the day, because over the weekend a lot of people was debating, and the first question was, name a movie that tells your age. So for me,
Car Wash.
I was gonna say Car Wash. Let's do it again. Uptown Saturday Night, Sparkle. The original Sparkle, not the one with Whitney. The one with Irene Cara and Philip Thomas. If you want to tell my age, those are some of the
that. Sparkle, that's right. I love Sparkle.
Real Sparkle.
The real Sparkle.
Any Pam Grier movie.
Oh.
Foxy Brown.
Dolomite.
So y'all tell me y'all don't watch SpongeBob?
SpongeBob. When SpongeBob came out, I was in college.
That was when my kids were babies.
Right. My son watched SpongeBob, but No, when I was coming up, honey, we had Conjunction Junction and
remember
Schoolhouse Rock. Schoolhouse Rock, girl.
Rock. Yes.
Just a bill, just a regular bill. And I'm
sitting
here on Capitol Hill. Well, now I'm off to the White House where I wait in a line.
Come on now.
A lot of other bills for the president.
Remember the Verb? Remember the black superhero, the Verb?
Yes.
The Verb, the black superhero?
That's what's happening. You hear those girls in the background?
So my next
in action.
What's up, baby?
Okay, so my next question is, what's some old head wisdom that someone gave you that you still live by today? So for me, my grandma used to always tell me, my grandfather, don't walk in nobody's house without speaking to everybody in the room first. So what's some wisdom that y'all still live by today?
Ooh.
My mama always said, don't take no wooden nickels. And it took me years to understand what that meant, but it's basically don't take no BS. If it looked like BS, it smelled like BS, it, it's BS. So that when every time I would go out, whether it was a date, I was going to work, school, whatever, don't take no wooden nickels. And it's like, what? And when I got older, I realized that meant don't take no bulls, don't take no bulls. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I still live by that. I still live by don't take no wooden nickels.
What about you, Auntie Latonya?
Oh my goodness, my mom said so much. Ooh, jeez.
Pick one.
What?
I said pick one.
Carol, it's hard. Don't let okay, it was with dating. What was it? Oh yeah, if a dude is outside of your house and he blowing the horn, don't go.
No. I mean, like, yeah. Yo, I'm gonna tell you real talk. This happened when I was 17. My dad, this guy had come to pick me up for a date, and my dad always sat in the little front room with him and talked to him for a little while. I couldn't just walk out the door. My dad had to meet him, vet him, whatever. So we're leaving for the date. My dad's like, have a good time, and mom like, bye. So I go, and he doesn't open my door. He goes and hops in the car. My dad came flying out that house and said, "Love bug, get your ass in the house." And I'm like, "Daddy, what's what?" He's get your butt in the house. No, you ain't going nowhere. And I was like, "What, Daddy? What's going on?" Because we've been sitting there for like 30 minutes talking to do. And the guy was like, "Sir, everything okay?" He said, "Young man," he said, "until you learn that my daughter don't touch no doors, don't come back over here." I'll never forget it.
Wow.
My dad didn't play. And you would be surprised the men I've met that are grown. I'm talking 40-ish and up, who don't know that concept. They don't know to open your door.
They weren't raised that way. And see, that's the problem.
Walk to the right side of the street. They don't know that you don't
walk.
That's
the problem with us.
That's the problem with us. Behind her. Like they, you got a lot of grown men that don't know that. And it's like, I was so shocked when I got, older, began to date on my own and didn't have to get vetted by mommy and daddy. I was just out here dating. And how many men really don't know that. And then the ones who say, well, ain't no other chick ever asked that before. It's a lot of women don't know that. That should be something you should expect, sweetie.
Well, but listen, living in California for like that last 16 years or 17 years I was there.
Yeah.
Nobody teaches their kids that. Nobody.
Really?
No. When I was telling my daughter all this, her girlfriends were like, what? What is she talking about? Walking on the side of the street. What are you talking about? Nobody teaches their kids that, girl. That's why I say that's a problem for us, because we expect that because we were raised that way.
You think it's a Southern thing? Because me and you are both from the South. It must be a Southern thing.
It's a Southern thing.
But real talk, I dated dudes from New York and Boston, and they knew that.
Okay, let's say it's an East Coast thing.
Maybe it's an East Coast thing. Okay.
It's an East Coast thing.
But honestly, I've met dudes from the East Coast that didn't know that crap either. I dated a whole 45-year-old man that was like, what you mean I got to walk on this side of the street? Yeah. Huh?
It just depends how
I said, my 12-year-old knows that. My 12-year-old don't let me touch no doors. He ain't let me touch no doors since he was 8.
Because you raised them that way.
But, he went on his first little date a couple of years ago. It was so cute. He really went on a date, but he asked a little girl at the pool because she go to the movies with him. We were out of town. And my baby was helping her out the car, told her, get on this side of the street. I walk over here. He opened her doors. You know, he said, let me get our stuff because I give him a little money. And his mother was like, oh my God, girl, you have raised, oh my God. And she said, I'm so glad that you're showing, your son is showing my daughter that this should be expected. And I said, and he was what, 10 years old? He was 10 when that happened? 9? When he
somebody in the chat said standards are low nowadays.
They really are. Kalia, girl.
Very low, baby.
They are low.
It is. Yeah. Trust me. And it's like, you know, and it's not, and I'm not just blaming the men. There are women out here who are having a hot girl summer 24/7 and are out here acting a certain way. So a man doesn't even feel compelled to treat you like a lady because you ain't acting like one.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. There's a lot of young ladies that haven't been taught anything.
Oh, a lot don't know that.
Yeah, because if you tell them try to tell a millennial right now that lives in California, don't open your car door, let the guy open the door, and they're like, why? I can do it.
Yeah, why you touching? No, I've seen a chick snap on a dude that was like, you ain't gotta hold my door. I'm like, you can hold mine, sir.
Yeah.
But you know, and it's like, and people like to, you know, equivalent that to being independent. No, that's not independent.
It's a big disconnect.
I'm a whole independent ass woman, but that doesn't mean that when I go out with a man and I'm in a man's presence, I don't want to be treated like a lady.
Yeah.
So that has nothing to do with independence. That comes from upbringing. That comes from not understanding roles, you know, or expectations. I mean,
well, here's the thing though, unless you know if the guy is decent, if you tell him, okay, maybe you weren't raised this way, but I prefer if you open my car door.
Yeah. And if he snaps at you,
you're gonna be sitting there all day.
I had one tell me, why? I ain't never had no other chick ask for that. I knew at that very moment I was too good for you.
Yeah.
Because ain't no other woman ever asked you in 40-some years to open her door, to walk with her.
And he's probably telling the truth. He's probably telling the truth.
At that very moment, I was like, oh, honey, you ain't used to a woman like
that. Yeah, it's like, I don't have time to train up.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings me to the next debate.
Okay, what's up? What's up, baby?
Do you guys agree birthday parties are for ages 1, 5, 10, and 16, and not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on? Do y'all agree that birthday parties are only for those ages?
No.
Really?
I mean, I don't. No, my child has gotten a birthday party to some capacity every year of his existence. He's 12.
My kids had parties, but not every single year.
Even the parties, like, like it's not, it may not be like he's had big parties.
We celebrate, but we celebrate every year. Like sometimes it could be just us, and we have our own little thing at home. We do a movie night. We have this whatever food they like to eat, stuff like that. I saved the parties. Now, when they were little, I did maybe a party 1 year, 1, 2, 3, stuff like that. But when they got older and they were in like elementary and high school, I didn't do a party every year. They might have had 1 or 2 friends over.
Right. See, at this point,
pizza,
at this point, you know,
but not a big party. I didn't do parties every year. I did milestone parties like 16, 13, you know. I did milestone parties.
Like my son's at that age, he hasn't had a big party. The last time I threw him like a big party where he sent out invitations to all his classmates and all that might have been the third, whatever year was before the pandemic. So maybe 2019. After that, it became strong gatherings. Like literally every year, it'll be him and he'll get his 3 or 4 besties, and we'll go to Great Wolf, or we'll go to Six Flags, or we'll go, you know, somewhere where it's just them and they stay overnight and they wild out or whatever, or they come all over. Like one time, you know, he had a whole birthday party with just his homies at the crib, and I let them wild out and jump on the furniture, you know, but Yeah, he doesn't even want a party as per se now. He asks for very specific things, like we want to go to Dave and Buster's or we want to go to Great Wall.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't want everybody. He just wants his homies, his clique.
Now, see, that's not what I call a party. That's a celebration. I mean, we celebrated birthdays every year, but we didn't have parties every year.
Yeah, and I would have been still putting out invitations had he not told me, like, Mommy, I don't want no more parties. I just want to hang out with my friends. And
he just
wanted, yeah. So yeah,
it's like we ain't spending the money on
no. Yeah, oh yeah. Because I asked him, I think it was like fifth grade, and I said, "Baby, you want a party this year?" He was like, "No." He said, "Can I just invite so and so and so and so? Can we go like to Great Wolf, or can we go to Fun Spot, or can we go Six Flags?" Like and that's what it's been. Now, don't get me wrong, I go all out. I'm paying for these kids, and we traveling. I done bought plane tickets, honey, because we went somewhere else, And luckily, I have a relationship with the other parents that they trust me with their children. They know I got their kids. Like if your kid is in my presence, that's my child too. Like this past year, it was him and four of his best friends. And we got Great Wolf for the weekend. And, Great Wolf, I just got the birthday package. So they had the cake and the pizza and they decorated the room. And them kids got their life in that water park. They was, I barely saw them, honey. I was in the room chilling. They showed up to get a juicy box. That's what's it, because I was like, look here, y'all got food and snacks in this room. Don't be asking me to buy nothing to eat.
Speaking of the water parks, y'all know California this week, temperatures are set to go up to 119, honey. They got a heat wave.
Well, I know it was 112 in Phoenix this past weekend, and I'm like the devil outside sunbathing.
Really?
Now,
he wasn't outside
about, like LA?
LA going to 119.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Check on your friends.
Well, my daughter is still there. I'm gonna have to check on her.
I got asthma, baby. I can't be outside in that heat like that.
Yeah, it was. I was in Phoenix this past weekend for the Black Rodeo. Shout out my boy Clovis, founder of the Black Rodeo. Girl,
I saw the pictures. I saw some of those handsome cowboys.
Baby, when I tell you, it was a sea of masculine testosterone filled men. Oh, girl, I was in such my soft girl era.
Ooh, that
there was so
fun.
many just, howdy, ma'am. Ooh, Lord, hi, howdy to you, sir.
That should have been fun.
And I mean, they were just so masculine the manliness, honey. And I'm not talking that beaten chest alpha male crap either. I'm talking about just walking in their masculinity, honey, riding that horse. Ooh, child, yes. I had to leave because I was about to get pregnant.
Calm down.
Oh, I would have got pregnant if I stayed. I had
Did you guys, over the weekend, hear about the rapper Fat Man Scoop passing away?
Yeah.
He made so many of my favorite hits.
Yeah, and that's so scary. Like, that's why, it's a shame because he was in the middle of performing and collapsed. And they couldn't revive him. They said, I think they said a massive heart attack or something like that.
Oh, boy.
That he had. And that's why I tell people, man, you don't know when your ticket comes up. You don't know when your number comes up. You really should be out here trying to go to bed every night knowing you did somebody right during that day. You did something good for humanity. Something like, and I'm not saying that Fat Man Scoop did it because he was a sweetheart. I met him a couple of times. He was a sweetheart. Wish I had gotten a picture with him, but in the moment it just wasn't necessary. He was just a nice guy. But it's just, I don't know, in this day and age, like people really think they're gonna live forever. And they don't realize that your number could be called shit today. I almost died. Like, seriously, like, I didn't know I had passed out. I always go to sleep in the pedicure chair.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was out until they revived.
Can you imagine how scary that is? Let's say, because I always go to sleep if I get me a good massage.
Yeah.
And they on my back, I'm on my stomach and my head through that thing. I always go to sleep. And what if you pass out like that?
I was asleep. So when they were done, they went to wake me up, and I was gone. And they thought maybe I was a hard sleeper. But she said it took 15 minutes to wake me up.
Oh my gosh.
I was out, and I don't sleep that hard. I'm a mama. I don't sleep that hard.
That's kind of like, how old were these people doing this?
Doing what?
Trying to wake you up.
It's grown. I mean, you know.
I mean, because I don't know anybody with some maturity that knows it don't take that long to wake nobody up. We need to call something, y'all.
Hello.
Yeah, if they wasn't smacking you and pouring cold water on you about that part at that time, like which is what I would have been doing. I would have been like, oh, we gotta call 911.
I mean, they said they were about to, but they didn't. But that was just really scary because I was like, I was out, and they were like, yeah, and I was like, oh my God, like, you know, because I don't sleep that hard. I'm a mama. I'll be good and tired and sleep, but I hear everything. Like,
if I ever get sick, I'm going to Auntie Latonya house, baby. She knows
yes,
everything.
because I will watch you, baby. Yes.
Why you act like I'm just gonna let you die, nephew? Damn. You act like I'm gonna let you die? I'm trying to wake myself up, Negro.
Thank y'all for y'all time. I will see you guys next Tuesday.
All right, baby.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
baby.
everybody.
Thank you,
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Yeah, I just yeah. But
yeah,
I'm here now.
You're here. You are here.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you, we have to live. We really gotta live each day fully.
Right.
Fully. That's it.
Do you think people really do think that they're immortal? Like they really walk around just carelessly with their lives and not realizing at any given moment your number could be called. Like I feel like there's this entitlement that death couldn't just call you just like that. And people really do live their lives just not physically but morally. And they just really act like you don't know that you could not wake up tomorrow.
Well, you know what? I see just the opposite most of the time, Coco.
Okay.
People live their lives in fear.
Really?
Just living their lives in fear because they're fearful of death. They're scared to fly. They're scared to drive. They're scared.
Yeah. I know
people open a business. Scared to do anything. And it's like,
I'm
like, well, what are you afraid of? We don't stay here forever. This is a temporary planet. We got to leave. Yeah. And it's like what you do, like people say with the year you were born and the year you die is what you do with that dash in between.
Yeah.
You got to make that dash count.
I see that too. People that are just so scared, I see that too. And that's usually, that probably gets passed down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that gets passed down because my dad, my mom my mom never flew. And the first time she flew, I took her to Amsterdam.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I took her to Holland. First time she ever flew. And my dad flew all his younger years when I was growing up because he worked for a company that had him go out of town for business a lot. But yet when he got older, I ain't saying he was scared to fly, but he didn't want to fly no more. He wanted to drive to Georgia all the time.
I'll be totally honest. I'm not a fan of flying. The whole rigmarole and the waiting and the line and all this stuff. I'm not a fan of it. And turbulence. Me and turbulence don't get along. But but I do it because I'm like, okay, well, the alternative is driving somewhere for 11 hours. Yeah, I'd rather fly.
Right.
But you just have to. Some people really can't cope.
No.
Coping skills aren't taught anymore. And nowadays, people don't learn it at home. You got babies raising babies. And that's what our aunties really need to step up. Because some of these
I had a conversation. Y'all make sure, this is a little shout out. We're going to get her on the show as well. But my girlfriend, Adrienne, she has a book out called The Accidental Parent.
I like that.
And we talked about her book yesterday. We're going to get her on. She's amazing. She ended up having to raise her granddaughter because her daughter went to jail. Oh. And her, being loyal to a man, being Bonnie to a Clyde, it really wasn't a Clyde. And she ended up going to jail when the baby was like 2 years old. No. And she's had her, grandbaby, and she's had to, because like her youngest is 22, and she had to start all over. And how she became an accidental parent. And we talked about that deep because that happened to me briefly in my 20s. I had a girlfriend running from a very abusive marriage, and she had 4 young kids, and she called me and asked me, could I watch the kids while she got her life together? And I ended up being an accidental parent for like almost 3 months to 4 kids, all under the age of 10.
Wow.
And I was 27 years old.
Wow.
You know, and you know, but it let me know that I was born to be somebody's mama, though.
Family's not always blood.
No, not at all. Not at all. Them babies are all grown and married with kids of their own now, but they remember that time they spent with Auntie Farrah.
Yeah.
You know, and it mattered. So it's like, you know, people just don't realize life can throw you a curveball. And people, you know, when I look at some of these people that talk on these shows and platforms, and they're always making it seem like there's always a solution that's so cut and dry, black and white to every problem. And that to me is absurd.
Yeah. Well,
if you do this, you'll meet the right person. If you do this, you'll lose all the weight. If you do this, baby, let me tell you something. You better figure out what the hell worked for you. You can take bits and pieces, but you can't go, you know, you can't go A, B, C, D, E, because life throws too many curves, honey.
Girl, let me tell you something. I hear now on my end of the spectrum, being a nutritionist, girl, I hear it all the time. People are such control freaks, especially you give people a little bit of knowledge. The people who will tell you that you need to go, everybody should be plant-based. Nobody should be eating dairy. Nobody should be eating meat. And I'm like, you just don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Because I know some people who went vegan and had a clean vegan diet and almost killed them.
Girl, let me
you
tell
have
something.
You have to know your own body.
I did that daggone juice diet, not realizing, Heifer, you a diabetic.
Exactly.
The juice ain't nothing but straight sugar. I'm over here, blood sugar 500. I almost died. Like, dude. But everybody tell me that. But I'm thinking if I juice, I'm lose all this weight. I'm about to die.
The juicing craze. I jumped on that juicing craze, and my blood sugar went like, hello, oh my
seriously.
But I literally. That's not good for everybody. There's some people's body chemistry that tolerates meat better than others. Some people can't tolerate meat. So you should be a vegan or a vegetarian. There are some people who need that animal protein because the plant protein doesn't have all the amino acids and the whole makeup. And I mean, just
I know, I don't see it.
Tell everybody what to do. You can't.
That's why you see fat vegans.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you see people that are so-called so plant-based and healthy, and they look like they're sickly.
Yeah, that's true.
Like something's missing in your DNA, babe, because you just don't look healthy. You don't look healthy.
Yeah, and you
those
have to know.
Who learn their bodies and work a regimen out, even with anything in your life. It's like people want to follow all these podcasts, you know, Instagram doctors and TikTok, you know, gurus and. You better find what works for you, honey. Stop trying to follow somebody else's blueprint. Like, for real, their blueprint might not be your blueprint.
And I'm going to tell you, the only thing when it comes to eating, there are some things I do has to be organic because of the pesticides. I'm going to tell you, pesticides are good for nobody. But there are some things that I don't waste money on buying organic. Anything with a hard skin, like an avocado, a banana, an orange, a pineapple. I don't waste my money on organic.
Why is that? Because it's got a hard skin and you can't penetrate it. Can't penetrate it?
Yeah. Now, the thing is, you just have to wash them because, like, if you take a knife and cut through an avocado, if there has been something sprayed on it,
And they spray stuff on it and make them all shiny like patent leather, too.
Okay, now that's wax. And we should never eat shiny fruit. You should never eat shiny fruit because they're trying to make it pretty, and they put this food grade.
He said, "Don't eat shiny fruit."
No, because they put this food grade wax on it, and your body's like, "What the heck is? I don't know what to do with this wax." Right. And you eat it because you don't like ugly fruit. You know what? Shame on you if you gotta have pretty food. Shame on you.
Yeah.
Because when you pick an apple off a tree, it ain't shiny. It's dull, and it's the best thing for you. I'm telling you. We have to stop. This is why this is the sickest country in the world. Because we don't pay attention to stuff. Seed oils is the worst thing that we can do. Seed oils is the worst thing, especially for people of color, because we like to fry stuff. And we fry stuff in the wrong stuff. The only oils we should be consuming is avocado oil, coconut oil, olive oil, and grass-fed butter and ghee.
Yeah, I use ghee. So it's pronounced ghee, not G.
It's ghee.
I had a debate with somebody about that. It's called G. I'm like, no, it's G.
It's ghee. It's ghee. It's clarified butter. But I mean, you just have to really realize, oh my gosh, I just did my health minute, really. I just did Latonya.
I was gonna say, girl, I think we done went into your Latonya's health.
We get into the health 15 minutes.
Health minute already. Okay.
Yeah. But that's it. I'll hit you with the health stuff every now and then, because health truly is wealth, y'all. We gotta do better.
Absolutely, honey.
Yeah.
But
listen, where's Chris?
He's still there. Hey, honey. You there? There you go, right there.
Hello. Hi. Just taking notes.
Yeah. I was like, we haven't heard him. We got to keep him up here. But he was eating that,
Not organic.
Are you snacking or eating your dinner, dear? What are you doing?
I haven't ate since like 6 a.m. this morning. So I definitely brought that stuff along. I mean, I didn't mean to. But yeah, I had that around. So yeah, no, just taking it all in. That's what this is all about. And I feel like I should go on a hunger strike after tonight's
hunger strike.
A hunger strike. Don't do a hunger strike.
Yeah, until YouTube gets their act together.
Oh,
I know. I hope you guys are headed over to Hey Auntie PC at Hey Auntie PC. Follow the Instagram link. Make sure y'all, tune into this live. You can actually see the podcast on that one right now, where you're just seeing me right now. You can see everybody. Okay,
Chris, do you see comments?
I do. I see in the YouTube chat, we've got some comments. We've got Katrina saying, hey, my sisters. Irena's in the house.
Hey, Trina.
Hey.
Tasha Dene says, Auntie Latonya is so right, because I'm stepping out on faith. I'm moving to Marietta, Georgia with my business within the next year. It's called Queen Den Yoni Stain Studios.
Okay. Now, I'm very curious, Tasha Dene, because I'm like, Yoni, is that Yoni Steam or Yoni Stain? Because I know what a Yoni Steam is, but break it down to me.
STAIN. It could be I'm
thinking like Yoni Steam. Let us know what that is.
You don't know what a Yoni Steam is? Or you don't? I think she meant Yoni Steam.
I'm just like you said, Yoni Stain.
I think it might be Yoni Steam.
Oh, okay.
Are you all watching? I have a question for you, because you brought this up and you guys were having a good discussion about it. So earlier you brought up the birthdays in Genesis segment. Or Genesis did. So are you all aware of this show that's on HBO right now called Chimp Crazy?
Chimp Crazy?
Have you seen Tiger King?
Oh, I seen Tiger King. Yeah, I saw that. I saw Tiger King.
So imagine Tiger King, but with chimps.
Oh my gosh.
So long story short, it's set in Missouri. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
So by the way, everything you were describing, like, that's a party. I feel like if you go to Six Flags with 3 friends, it's a party. I had a question. So there's this whole chimp documentary. It's made by the same director of Tiger King. I know the crew. It's very legit. Literally, we hired one of those chimps to come to my brother's 7th birthday party in the early 90s. And this whole thing is on HBO right now. And it was based, I didn't know if you'd seen that. When I heard the birthday thing, I was like, I got to tell you all about this.
At a birthday party?
It would just show up. It was like a baby, and it would just climb the tree. It was the best thing in the world. It was incredible.
I want a monkey. I want like that little monkey in the
Hangover. Oh, okay. Yeah, that. But you don't want a chimp. After they're 6, they're 200 pounds. They'll rip your face off. It's wild.
Really?
Yeah.
They'll rip your arm. They'll rip your hands off.
What do they do with them when they get that big? What do they do with them when they get that old? They
put them back in their habitat.
You're supposed to send you're supposed to, if now it's illegal, but they were keeping it, and then that's why there were stories. You keep them too long, a chimp's gonna be a chimp, right?
That's right.
It's like, yeah. So either way, I didn't know if
I want the little monkey in The Hangover because I want to put clothes on him and watch him smoke Marlboro Reds. I want to sit outside with my monkey and talk about life, and he just be smoking a cigarette like, I feel you, you know. I want a monkey. I want the little monkey from The Hangover.
That's weird. I used to want monkeys. I used to want a monkey.
I'll be on the podcast right there, and the monkey be on my shoulder smoking a cigarette. I promise you.
What would you name it?
What would I name my monkey? Ooh, what would I name my monkey? Chico. Chico. Chico, come here. Chico. I name him Chico, and he'd be walking around here. He'd have on a wife beater.
A wife beater on the monkey.
I put a little wife beater on him, I promise you. He would just have a little cigarette behind his ear.
This is a really good time to let everybody know. It is, I'm going to say the wrong date, October 26th. It's a Saturday in Atlanta. It's going to be Hey Auntie Live. Yes. Live audience. Perfect Note Jazz Club. I'm thinking tickets will be on sale this week. They're only going to be $20. Make sure you mark your calendars now. Tell all your friends. But before that, Latonya, and we'll get to Cocoa's dates in a second too. I just don't want to forget. Latonya, you were telling me now Perfect Note is kind of just signed up to be like the spot. It's the training center, and I guess really not beyond that even. It's the home team, the home performance venue for Hey Auntie the podcast. What are you doing at Perfect Note, Latonya?
Yeah, we're taking over. So
yep, we are.
On October 3rd, which is a Thursday, at Perfect Note, I'm going to have my fundraiser there for introducing my nonprofit, the Revelation Cultural Arts Center.
Yes.
Congratulations.
We're going to have a lot of the people that are going to be working with me, and like Bill Duke, some more celebrity people that are really just helping me do this. I have a heart for theater, and I have a heart for unknown playwrights and new work. So we're going to be highlighting stuff like that. And you hear me talk about health. I'm going to be doing health symposiums with holistic doctors. There's a lot here in Georgia that people don't know about. So I'm going to be bringing them in, and we're going to do health symposiums. I have a women's empowerment group called Sisters, which is mainly like for women in the industry. And we talk about heavy things sometimes, you know, like if you're in the industry, it's hard for you to date a man who makes less money than you do. So we're going to talk about that. So we talk about everything. And then, you know, the youth, the kids, I'm collaborating with a few people here, and we teach these kids everything that I was talking about, teach them how to make their own popcorn, stop microwaving popcorn. We teach them how to stay away from food dyes and candies and Doritos. No Takis. Takis are deadly. No
flaming hots, nothing. No flaming hot, nothing.
No. So that's Thursday, October 3rd. It is a fundraiser. I'm raising funds. So.
Before we get too deep into it, since you brought it up, I find this to be a true problem. Latonya, you're not allowed to comment on this because you've already answered this question. I've met your your better half or your half or whatever. Coca, how do you deal? It's this simple. It doesn't mean anything past this. When you date, whether it's someone else in the industry or anything, how do you deal with people not being able to keep your attention? They're not interesting enough. Latonya, that doesn't apply to you. I've met Carl. It's very interesting. How do you deal with that, Coca? And has that ended that? Because on a lesser level, I've dealt with that where I'm like, I don't care what happened in account management today. I talk to interesting people all day long. and I can't force myself to act like I should care about anything that you're talking about. Coco, have you dealt with that?
Yes, that's when my ADHD really kicks in. Like, if you start talking and I am so not interested in what you're having to say, or I've lost interest in you as a whole, I'm going to wear you out with what you say? Huh? Oh, what you say? Yeah. Okay. Huh? What? Can you repeat that? Oh, that's when you know you've lost me. When that ADHD kick in, because if I'm into you, I am locked in. If I start hitting you with a lot of I'm distracted all the time and I don't care what you got to say, I'm not on the train no more. So a lot of times they'll say, "Man, she got ADHD." With you, yes.
Now, and I was kidding, Latonya, you probably dealt with that prior to, I mean, you've talked about it last week. You said you thought you were hanging up the jersey before you met Carl. But I'm sure you dealt with a similar thing as someone with a creative mind.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you were saying somebody who's either boring or you cannot have a good conversation with?
Yeah, there's interesting doctors. There's interesting people that sell cars. There's interesting people that are, you know,
they just have no conversation. They just have nothing.
In general,
like pulling teeth. Like, I don't know about you, but I cannot be around people where we're talking and it's like pulling teeth to get you to talk.
Yeah.
But we're spoiled, right? The three of us, we get to talk to wildly entertaining and amazing people that are talented. And you don't have to be a star.
Comic. Please stop trying to be a comic. Please. Can I just put that out there? Unless you do what I do. Please don't become me. You might put this on stage. No, I can't. Please stop. Please.
I can imagine, Coco. I can imagine.
That is one of my biggest pets. Unless you're just naturally funny. I've had people that I've been around who ain't never stepped on stage, grabbed a microphone, told a joke in their life, but they have me screaming. Okay, that's someone that's naturally funny. Please don't try to get at me or try to holler at me by telling me jokes. Please don't. That's one of the biggest turnoffs to me. Unless you're just naturally funny and it's just natural you are. Don't be like, "Hey, I just knock joke. I told the job."
Yeah, my thing before, like I said, I met somebody who was just everything that came out of his mouth was negative.
Them the worst. I
couldn't stand that. I could not stand that. I'm like, really? You don't have anything pleasant to say? You're going to complain about politics. You're going to complain about men. You're going to complain about women. You're going to complain about music. You complain about everything. Everything was a complaint. I can't stand that.
I can't do them people that every time they talk to them, you got to put your shield of protection on because they're going to take you down a rabbit hole that'll have you like, well, maybe I should slit my wrist. I cannot deal with them. I get you having a sad moment, and thank you, Latonya, for being my sounding board, because I got them friends that will let me talk about the same situation 2,476,333 times. But when I get over it, they still there riding with me. But at least I change it. I don't keep telling the same damn story. I say, and then what happened? And then this would happen. And then guess what? At least I'm not telling the same thing. I'm adding, but that person that every time you talk to him is, woe is me. Woe is me. And I don't know what happened to white boy Chris. He just disappeared.
Did you click him off? Because he's not in charge right now.
I didn't touch it. He just left. He just... something went. He gone. But,
okay.
But I just can't do that. I can't do the violin concerto.
No, I can't. I know. I
can't. I can't. You something in your life got to make you smile. Something.
Yes.
Anything.
I can't. Yeah, we can't do that. We can't do that. We're too interesting. We can't do that.
You know it now. Did you put "can't get right"? I'm sorry. I'm just channeling Monique and Precious right now.
Can't get right. You would have been better off putting Suge White up there.
Why the fuck did he say can't get right?
You would have been better off with Suge White.
My phone died. It's not my night.
Oh, that just took me out, yo. That just took me out. That
Chris,
can't get
don't
right.
feel bad. Don't feel bad.
I just I like hanging out with you all and Genesis and everybody, and your fans are great, and I'm excited about the show. That's what I was saying.
I hate that it messed up because I think a lot of people left and didn't come back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it's a marathon, not a race. Like you listen, stuff does happen, but boy,
we should do it on here. Maybe we should do it on here. I mean, can we do it on here on a regular basis? Because people seem to come.
It doesn't. It looks like you're on a phone. And...
Now the other one is nice. Yeah. But
I guess we'll just have this on deck, and we just always got to have this link on deck.
This is good to have on deck because it came through.
Yeah. So I'll just make sure every Tuesday, nephew got this on deck just in case YouTube acting stupid again.
Right.
We gotta give it up for Jen. Jen held us down.
Jen's a really good example of what we were just talking about. Like, that's who's there helping you all the time. Like, that's a talented person, and you're and that's the person who's helping or doing. And I know you all collaborate and stuff too, so it's a little different than maybe a lot of people's setups. But like, again, what a great example of like, listen, if you're gonna be, doesn't mean you have to be 5 stars, but you've got some competition if you're just gonna hold a conversation with either of you aunties.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, just be yourself and let it go. Because if I like you, I've sat with people that I have some friends, they're extremely boring. Extremely, I've told them to their faces, you boring as hell. Like, ooh, does it hurt to breathe? But I love them, and I'll sit there and be like, I see, because of the comic in me, I'll start mocking them.
Hey,
I start singing stupid songs. I'm building me a home.
Oh Lord.
Just like, come on, get it together. But I don't know.
You sound like you was gonna break out with some old Negro spirituals.
Girl, come on now, come on, girl. You know what I'm saying?
No. Okay, so when Carl was here, and should we tell them for the people who were looking for Carl, like right now?
Oh, if you were looking for Carl, aka Brother Minister from the Family Business, is he coming back next week?
I'm sure no, he won't be here next week. He'll be out of town.
Okay, so maybe the week after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
you
available. He could call in.
But Carl likes to talk about ripped from the headline stuff. Okay. So I would like to know what some of our viewers think about this whole thing that's happening with Judge Mathis and his wife. Mainly because I saw one of his episodes of his reality show. I think they don't have it anymore, but it's really not smart to let a camera follow your family around. I just don't think so. But because I saw him be very, very nasty one time. But yeah, and it just really makes me wonder for her to pull the plug after almost 40 years.
Something had to have happened. Something. If you walking away after all them years you've been putting up with this person, dealing with whatever idiosyncrasies they got, and you decide to walk away, something happened.
Yeah, I would like to know. Even if we come back,
straw that broke the camel's back.
Even if we come back on our next episode next week, I really want to know what people think. If you would be in that situation, you've been in a marriage for almost 40 years. Would you stay?
But after almost 40 years, so Tanya Talented said, I really believe that his wife Linda just got tired of being second to his career after 40 years.
Yeah. Well, he did say that he neglected her. He said that. He said that what might have broke the straw that may have broke the camel's back was that he was gone for 3 weeks without her. Now, if she's been putting up with that kind of stuff for years, listen, and he denied all these rumors about a love child and infidelity.
I heard about that.
Let me tell you something. This is where my auntie wisdom kicks in.
Okay.
You're not going to tell me that you have been neglecting your wife for this many years on the road and you're not stepping out. No. Papa been a rolling stone. Because let me tell you something. If you really mean it for your marriage, you're going to be on the road. You know you're going to be gone. You're going to call for your wife. You're going to be like, honey, fly out to meet me. I'm going to be here for 3 weeks. Come and see me.
I ain't want to start.
Let's hang out. Let's spend some time together. If you just gone from your wife and you ain't, bye, baby, I'll see you in 3 weeks. No.
I ain't want to start no mess, but I know I've heard stuff.
I ain't buying it. You can't pee on my head and call it rain. No.
I know I've heard stuff.
I ain't buying it. That's it. That's all I got to say about that
one. Before we jump off here, because of the issues in the internet, in the arch blocking the internet in St. Louis, Cocoa.
What did you say,
tell
Negro?
everybody?
The arch. You blame it on the arch.
The arch now. See, now I know he black. Because he ain't taking no accountability. Now I know he black.
I'm lightheaded. The sucrose. I thought I was having a sugar-free protein bar. Whenever Sexy Red kicked the internet connection outside my office,
he say nothing about her.
I would never. She's great. Your date's coming up. You have a full calendar of stand-up dates, Coco. We got to tell people.
Sure do.
And I'm going to say this every single time. She kills. Go see her live. If you bring somebody who's never been to a comedy show, what a great person to see.
Yeah.
Because she kills. And it's fun to see other people falling over laughing.
It is. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen if you haven't seen a Coco Brown show comedy, you don't know what you're missing.
Last time
it's actually September.
I've seen her more than once.
Yes, I just had a show in Phoenix, and I say, man, it's one of those things that you hate to see happen. They let me go on first.
Oh,
and everybody was like, "Who the hell did that?" And I'm backstage chilling, waiting to go sell my merch, and people was lining up at my table while the other person was still on stage, and I was like, "No, go sit back down. Go sit back down."
The last time sorry, I know we got to do dates and get out of here. The last time I saw her, Guy Torrey was hosting. Frank Lyles from St. Louis is on. Damon Williams.
Oh wow.
Who else was there?
That's a big show.
I mean, it was Fat Tuesdays.
It was somebody else on that show, and I can't think. It was somebody else on that show that was sitting right next to me. I remember the picture. I can't remember now.
Oh, it's somebody.
Who was sitting next to me?
Oh, we're gonna be embarrassed too when we remember.
I know.
Guy Torrey, you, Damon, Frank Lyles. Maybe that was it. Maybe there's one more. Either way,
maybe.
Killed. But okay, where are you performing? Where do people need to go see you?
So September is kind of a light month for me because I am starting tomorrow. I am going to be filming a Lifetime Christmas movie with Tia Mowry and Donna Briscoe. I'm so excited.
Nice.
So I start filming tomorrow, and I have to learn how to ballroom dance. So y'all pray for me. Okay, and gig wise, I do have one gig in Philadelphia on the 21st. I'll be with Malcolm Hill celebrating his birthday party, and all of this stuff is on my definitely on my Instagram, my social media, and my website, which is right there. And then I'm going to be doing comedy and conversations at the Arlington Improv. Me and Tori Hart are going to be hosting a show called Comedy and Conversations. It's going to be a once a month show that we're going to tape at the Arlington Improv. We're going to have great panels. We're going to have people talking about relationships and health and all kinds of stuff. And then we're going to be interjecting comedy sets in between each panelist. And each comic is going to be talking about that subject in their comedy set. So it's going to be awesome. And we do that. We start that on September 22nd at the Arlington Improv in Arlington, Texas. Ooh. Then you guys, I feel so slim. I'm actually getting ready to do a video shoot in Miami for a singer out of Philly. They wanted to book me. I'm like, oh, I feel so slim. I'm playing a cougar that's in love with a young man.
Whoa, you're going to be in somebody's music video?
They flying me out, girl, gonna flute me out and me up, and I'm playing a cougar love interest, honey. And the boy can sing. The boy can sing, honey. So I'm like, okay.
Nice.
So that's interesting. I'll be in Houston, Texas at the FNO resort. It's an FNO. It's like an event center in Houston, Texas, the 11th and 12th of October. October the 10th, I will be at the City Winery in Chicago with my baby, Hollywood Gentian, aka Miss Renee. And I'm kind of taking it easy. But if you see I'm out somewhere, come see me. But that's what I'm doing right now. And shooting this movie that I need to go learn these lines for. And and of course, make sure October 26th, you guys come see, Hey Auntie live with me and Latonya at the Perfect Note. And and I also will be, how did I miss that? What's that date? I'm at the Perfect Note with Jamario on that's September 26th. And then 1 month later on the 26th, I will be at the Perfect Note with Latonya for the Hey Auntie Live podcast. So yes.
Yeah. And you know what? It's so funny, Coco. It's like I know a lot of people who are singers, whatever, and they cross over into acting.
Yeah.
Some people don't make that transition very well. You should be proud of yourself because you really did. You really do a good job on TV.
Thank you, girl. Thank you. Speaking of, I know only you, Latonya, and Chris, you might get this, but I got a call the other day that the movie that I just did, they just started showing the trailers called Buried Alive and Survived. It's on Lifetime. I'm in the Lifetime loop now, which is so awesome because I didn't have to sell any extended warranty insurance. But
oh Lord.
But they said I did so well. It stars Eva Marcel and Tyler Play. And it's based on it's ripped from the headlines movie. And I play Eva's
best friend. That's the one with Jared? Where he beat you? No.
No. That's Ruby's Diamonds.
Ruby's Diamonds. See, you're doing so many, girl.
Yeah, that comes out. Shoot, I think the end of this month or the beginning of, I gotta check again because I know they're having a premiere.
Girl, been working.
Go to my TikTok, go to my Instagram. Ruby's Diamonds is going to have a premiere here in Atlanta. But no, this movie is called Buried Alive and Survived. And that comes out in a couple of weeks on Lifetime. It's got Eva Marcel and Tyler Play. I play Eva's best friend in the movie. And it's crazy. They called my agent the other day and said they were so impressed with my performance in the movie, they moved my credits up.
Oh.
So now it's everybody's name and Coca Brown. I'm like, ooh, I feel...
You got you a separate card?
Yeah, a separate card. I'm like, oh, I feel so special. But
nice.
So grateful.
Oh, I gotta do a plug for my husband.
Yes, plug your man.
Do you guys remember those old, silly, stupid airplane movies? And the Naked Gun? Do you remember those?
Classics.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
He's coming out in a new Naked Gun next year, starring Liam Neeson.
Yes, I can't wait to see it.
Yes, so he's gonna be in that movie. It's coming out next year. When he was filming that, I was just like, oh my god, I love Liam Neeson, and I loved all those stupid Naked Gun movies. He's gonna be in there.
All of them, honey. Naked Gun, Airplanes, Cannonball
Yeah.
Run. I'm showing my age like a mofo right now.
Now that's some movies that show our age. That's some movies.
I love Cannonball Run. I can watch Cannonball Run.
Oh my gosh.
But yep. So yeah, I mean, just blessed to be working, and I get to stay close to home. I'm not having to fly anywhere and be away from my kid. They shoot a lot of stuff here in Atlanta, so that's a blessing, and yeah, and it's nice to be seen. It's nice to have my, flowers in the midst of it,
That's
so
right.
I'm happy,
Like Marlon.
It almost died, so I'm really happy.
You better stop saying that, girl.
That's the thing about me. This is just totally, I'm just going to say it. To any man that ever dates me, how you'll know I'm truly over you is when I start making jokes about you.
Yep.
When I take your ass on stage, baby, I'm done. So you better catch me before I can laugh at it, okay? You better catch me while I'm over here.
Somebody in the chat said the best thing about your show is when you start messing with your hecklers.
See, I get a few. They usually know not to mess with me. They know not to mess with me because I say enjoy my show or be my show because I keep a loaded gun. I keep a full clip, baby. And a few have tried me, and they go down in flames every time. But I don't mess with people. Like I have a set. Like I've seen how the stand-up comedy world now is going into this whole, crowd work thing. And that's great and all, but it's like I have material. If I had to do crowd work, you came for me first.
Right.
I mean, you got to be wearing something real crazy or do something real crazy for me to come out of my set to mess with you. But in the same token, they sit on a stool and just talk about everybody in the first 3 rows and get paid millions. I'm like, well, maybe I need to start doing that.
I learned my lesson.
Right, I'm like, material ain't working no more. Let me just go on stage and talk to the first 3 rows of people. Apparently, that's the new thing now. They used to be scared of sitting in the front row. Now they want to. Now they want to. Are we going to podcast the live show on YouTube? Of course, Irina. And they said, should I go on the Masked Singer? Not with this damn voice. They're going to know it's me all of a sudden. I can't rob that. Yeah, but with this voice, people always stare at me, and then when I talk, it is you. I can't never rob no bank. If I do, I gotta rob it. I can't talk.
Great note to end on.
Yes.
But,
like this.
Right. I'm like.
Thank y'all for staying with us. We will.
Yes, thank y'all for riding with us through this craziness, man. Thank you so much.
No technical difficulties next week. We're gonna be here.
We'll be good. And Genesis, thank you for all the amazing help and contributions.
Jen. We love you, Jen.
I love my baby. This is my baby.
October 26th, we will, if it sells out, when it sells out, we will put out the footage. That's what we call incentive.
But you're going to get Latonya singing. You're going to get me joke slanging. You're just going to get a great show, baby. And you're going to get some real auntie love and advice, honey. So come on through October 26th, honey. Perfect note in Atlanta, Georgia.
Up to the ATL.
We're going to be putting out the link to buy tickets. We're going to get that out there. It's going to be in my bio on my website. Get those tickets.
It's going to be lit. Y'all got to get to town. Come on to town.
Seriously.
Come on.
Okay. All right. Cool.
We love y'all.
Next week, same time, 7 p.m. Tanya Talented every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Just stay tuned. Because if we have any glitches, we coming over the stream, y'all. If we stay, we're going to stay where we at. But either way, we're going to be on YouTube Live. And white boy Chris going to go get his credit straight so he can pay this bill. All right.
You're going to get rid of that can't get right.
Come on, y'all. All right, make sure y'all follow us, okay? Can't get right. And Latonya6@gmail.com and CocoBrownForLife.com. Hey, Auntie, it's been a blast. Thank y'all for riding with us. Bye.
Bye.